Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome, day 29 of 30 Days of Death Shadow. Gosh, we only got one day after this one. Pretty crazy. Um, but if you're new to the channel here, welcome. It's great to have you here. 30 Days of Death Shadow is a challenge where I am playing a League of Death Shadow every day, recording it and putting it on YouTube. This has been a really amazing journey through these 30 days. I've had a lot of fun, played a lot of Death Shadow, obviously, and of course, I'm far from any kind of Death Shadow expert, but I really took on this challenge to try to improve my skills at this archetype, which has been an archetype that's just a really, really cool one. Super deep. It just feels like the amount that you can learn from it, the types of things you can pick up, just feel like it kind of never ends. I'm really excited. We're on day 4 of our rotation. And of course, we're on our last and final rotation. And yeah, it's a Rakdos Shadow for the 4th day of our rotation. And pretty exciting to play this list. I'm not going to change anything. The past 2 times we played it, we've trophied both times. Certainly not having the expectation to have that happen again. But I'm not going to mess with the list. Don't fix it if it's not broke. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We could easily 0-5 this thing. We'll see. But let's go ahead and hop into a league with our beloved Rakdos Shadow. And a deck that obviously our good luck and good running aside is a list that I feel like has a lot of strengths going for it. Okay, usually we have to wait a little while for our first match to start. But yeah, maybe if this one goes fast, we can come back to it. Senor Lupin, a very familiar name. I'm pretty sure I've played against them a couple times in the past. But we'll start off by revealing our Pokemon to them. This hand's fantastic. This is kind of what I was about to say, actually, about this deck. It's just one of the best Scourge decks. It's super reliable, super consistent. We just have a lot of haste creature into Scourge kind of hands. And our ability just to consistently put out our threats onto the board and just present a really fast clock and an aggressive clock is really one of its greatest strengths. So I really enjoy just how consistent and reliable the deck is, and frankly a lot of the lines in this deck are pretty easy, especially easier than some other forms of Shadow present us, most especially the multicolor Shadow lists that have excuse me, blue in them for Stubborn Denial. Usually adds a much more difficult. We have a Spire Bluff Canal into Visions bottom. Could certainly be Izzet Prowess right now, because I know Izzet Prowess plays Serum Visions. Sorry about that. But certainly could also be Storm. So what are we doing here? We could bolt ourselves and play a Shadow, or we could just hit them and play a Scourge. If they're on Storm, we definitely want to put the Scourge out there. Even if there is a Prowess, I'm pretty happy putting Scourge out there, actually. Because then if they are taking their turn to try to answer this, the relevant part about it being scary if we put this out here, if there is a Prowess, is that this is a 2/2 and it can die. But they may not be that. Yeah, they might just do this, and we just get to go bolt, and then hit them for a whole lot of damage. So, if we hit a fetch land, that is. Because we are in one of those. Okay, they top bottoms. I'm just going to Visions again. Just grows our Scourge. Excuse me. Got a little bit of gunk in my throat. Actually, fetch land would be best draw here. The bottom again. Because fetch land lets us play out the Shadow without having to bolt ourselves. Okay. It's not the worst. So we could bolt them, bolt ourselves. That would make this a 6/6. Hit him for 7. And that puts lethal on board, and then we can play a Shadow. I guess we're going to do that. Alright, play 1/1, and this is kind of what we've been doing. If they don't have a way to kill us here, if they're like Storm, then we can just pop this Bomat, get a bunch of fresh cards. If they have answers for these threats, we're sitting in a pretty good position. Of course, let's not get cocky, because of course if it's Storm, yeah, they could just kill us right here. There is a path. Okay, looks like They don't have it, so they need remand here. Remand on our Kolaghan's command, or they're just dead. Alright, so let's go ahead and fetch shock here. See if they have remands. If they don't have remand, we can put them to 5. Is that right? So we can put them to 1. Sorry, we can hit them for 5, put them to 1. We've made our land drop for the turn. So the nice thing about that is that we take them off casting using Fiery Islet for mana. Was I supposed to crack? No, because there's nothing that we really draw into. Oh, no, we could have drawn into Thoughtseize, so maybe I was supposed to crack Bomat Courier there, actually. Ooh, okay, let's see if we get punished for it. Okay, can they just do a mini Grape Shot? Okay, I wanna... If they do it to us, we're gonna crack Bomat and see if I got... Well, no, because I pay a red to crack Bomat. Yeah, no, it didn't make a difference. We didn't have the mana to cast. So... Let's see what they can pull off here. They just have a huge Empty the Warrens. We have a lot of outs to that. In fact, we just have one in hand. Gifts Ungiven Us. Okay, so keeping in mind they have 1 card left and then 2 mana floating. They cannot tap this Islet for mana. So, let's see, do they have it anyway if they grab Grape Shot here? Okay, so are they saying that they have Past in Flames in hand? Because this would go up to 3. This would go up to 3. This would go up to 4. Past in Flames cost 4, and then they can't do anything else after that. I think we're supposed to we're just supposed to bin Grape Shot and Morphos, right? Yeah. I think that's right. That could have been wrong. But just giving them the mana here, I don't think they had just a big Empty the Warrens. Oh, they're just going to crack and draw? Okay, fair enough. Alright, so looks like we made the right choice there. Oh, I can't crack Bomat there to see what was underneath it. Not that it mattered, because we would have to pay the 1. Okay. So funny enough, we've run into Storm quite a few times with this deck. And every time it's just like... We don't really have that much in our sideboard for it. I mean, I guess I like want an out to, empty the Warrens, and it's like about it. I mean, I guess we can bring in the Soul Guides. It's fine. What can we cut? I don't mind cutting pushes. They are pretty likely to cut on their dorks, their mana reducers, because we just have so much removal for it. Kind of into everything else. I mean, I don't want to touch any of this because that helps us answer Aria Flame, which is the most potent threat against us. Kroxa could be slow, potentially. I kind of go back and forth on this quite a bit, actually. I know last time we just had just 1 Kozilek's Return, which... You know, if both of their mana reducers were 2 toughness, I'd be a lot more into Kozilek's Return, but since one of them's a 1/3, guess we can shave a Bomat Courier. It's like maybe Bomat Courier is just like a little low impact in this matchup. Like, as you can see there, by the time we had the opportunity to crack the Bomat, the game was over anyway. We'll show our opponent our Pokemon. His hand looks fantastic, so we will keep. While our opponent is thinking, let me go cut off my fan really quick. I forgot I left it on. Alright, opponent has mulligan. We will keep. Opponent's mulligan to 6 on the play. Go ahead and visions. Top bottom. Let's go ahead and peek at what's on the top of the deck that they kept. A mountain, implying that they need more lands. So I think it's fine just to lead on Bomat here, because yeah, we can still Thoughtseize into Shadow next turn. Guess this doesn't play around Remand that well, but I think I'm okay with that. Okay, another fetch land, sure. They're just going to go for the quick Aria Flame. Okay, that was a reason to Thoughtseize for sure. Alright. Very nice from our opponent. That happened before, where I decided not to Thoughtseize on a turn, and then our opponent punished us by getting the Aria Flame out there. Still definitely going to do this. We'll take the pieces of the puzzle. And then we'll just jam on in. Let's see, how do we want to play this? We just got Aria Flame out. Why don't we just start just kind of unloading our hand here. Sleight of hand, nice. So it's going to be tough tightrope to walk here, but basically we're trying to find a gap here where we can play the Shadow and then Battle Rage the turn after. Might be tough here. I think we got to load Luris into hand now. Let's see what they do. Go ahead and top it, so it probably just means it's a spell. It's going to be casting more spells, I'm sure. Could be a Remand. Remand would be pretty good here. Okay. So okay, cool. You got Eyelet on top. Bomat Courier putting in work against their life total. Okay, sure. This is gifts. Yeah, if they have gifts, then this just goes away. Sure. That's most likely going to kill us because they just need to cast 2 spells now, 5 and then 6. So let's just make sure that they put together a pile that includes spells that they can cast. And then we'll go on to game 3. Yeah, so definitely punish there for the Bomat instead of the Thoughtseize. If we had Thoughtseize at Aria, I think that's just game. Or not, that's not game, sorry, but that's a huge game changer here. Definitely the card that out of them that we are the softest to. Okay, yeah, it doesn't matter what we give them, they just be able to go 5-6 and that will kill us. Alright, cool. So, with that in mind, Saxon Artifact, not Saxon Enchantment, which is unfortunate for sure. Let's see. I feel like Kolaghan's Command's not doing a ton for us. We're a little bit strapped for options here. Just another Bomat Courier is fine. Just like another threat that doesn't care about Aria Flame potentially. Yeah. Alright, we'll see what happens. Like, there's like little things that attack their hand, like Kroxa and Kolaghan's Command, but I don't know. Seems a little cute to me. And looks awesome. So this time, being on the play, we're just fine with just going Swifty, but we will got to remind ourselves that we need to Thought Seize on that turn 2. Try to, because there's no way they can get an Aria Flame out on turn 1, but they can on turn 2. So opponent has mulliganed again. We've been pretty lucky to have pretty keepable hands each time. Yeah, we're just gonna get in there with the old Swifty. See what our opponent has for us. Okay, just tap Steam Vents. Oh, another Swifty is pretty sweet here. Alright. Oh, interesting. So, Past in Flames is potentially scary, but I think we just take this Echoing Truth, right? Like, we're just gonna probably just be as aggressive as we possibly can here. Yep. See if they jam on Baral here. That they do. Okay. Interesting stuff. Another big decision point here. Each time against Storm that I've tapped out to not Thought Seize, I've been punished. But Scourge is huge. And let's see, 2, 4, and then we can increase this by 3, so 2, 4, 8, 12. So we are presenting lethal next turn with just the Thought Seize and tapping of the Sunbay Canyon. And Serum Vision's a really, really good sign for us to start out here. Obviously, they still can go Desperate Ritual into Aria Flame, which will be pretty bad for us, but at least we get to then untap and Thought Seize, hit them for 4. Any other spell after that is pretty good. Okay, so they need to have interaction here or they will die. Empty the Warrens. Okay. We'll just take that one. And we have lethal. Cool. Yeah, I mean, those are definitely the games every time we beat Storm, we have beat them every time with this deck. It's just because we're just super fast, right? We just have a really fast clock. It's not necessarily that our disruption's amazing. And obviously, we lose pretty hard to Aria Flame like we had in the past, so cool. And we march along. Just looking back over the list. Honestly, Aria Flame has been the only like really problematic enchantment that we have here. But I don't think I like playing Feed the Swarm. And mostly because we want our removal to be kind of as broad as possible, so maybe that would say no Fatal Push here, but these K returns and Ingress Rampages are just nice because they count as removal, also as hate against the thing that's giving us the most trouble, which is the pro-red and pro-black creatures. So, guess the other thing to think about too is like most likely Nile Spellbomb is better than Soul Guides here. I guess Soul Guide has the kind of, you know, obviously the difference there is that Soul Guide gets around Leyline, or sorry, Leyline of Sanctity, and I just don't think there's a ton of Leyline of Sanctity in the format right now, and Nile Spellbomb just feels a little bit better against the fair matchups, whereas, okay, so Alpha Blade, I know them. They usually are on Amulet Titan. So, if they have something for us to dismember, this is Fetch Shock to 17, this is down to 13. If we draw another Fetch Land or a Thoughtseize, we're good. The worry is this hand's too slow, but I do like Dismember a lot. And Night's Whisper's not bad either. This would be a potential turn 4 kill if we draw well enough off this Night's Whisper in our draw steps. I think that's okay. This is a close one. This might be a mulligan. Might be a mulligan. Alright, Forest. Okay, Forest Amulet of Vigor. Gotcha. Alright, that's not exactly what we were looking for. Let's go ahead and... Peatland is on top. So... let's not have that. And let's Fetch Shock on their upkeep. So we can still have Revolt for Fatal Push if we decide that Fatal Push is the better option here over the Dismember. Although I think we're Dismembering. Ooh, Bolt, okay. Okay, so maybe this was a mulligan. Yeah, it's not looking too good for us. We're going to Bolt ourselves. If we hit Fetch Land, we can go double Death Shadow. Okay, I mean, we are set up to do the thing, but we haven't disrupted them at all. And that's scary. Double Teamer Battle Rage is funny. What's our opponent have in store for us? Something big, looks like. Okay. Hope it's just a Dryad and we can just dismember it, play double Shadow. Okay. Not the worst, not the worst. So now, if we hit another land, there's a potential that we just don't care about ooh, they got more in store for us here. Okay, well if they can, oh, double Dryad, oof. Okay, so now we need Fetch Land. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Gotcha. So, I think we have to just play out 2 Death Shadows here. If they had just the 1 Dryad, we would just easy dismember it, but now we gotta see if we can't play around some things. Double, well, maybe it is still worth it to hit one of these Dryads here, because it's giving them extra land drops. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not changing them getting off of Titan here, which I have to assume they have. Yeah, okay. So now we need to save Dismember. I mean, most likely they're just going to grab... Yeah, I don't think we're surviving this turn. One cool thing about our sideboard here is we've got the bomb in the sideboard. Let's see how they attack, and let's see how they assign Valakut triggers. Okay, so just, right, because extra Valakut, extra lands is just all, that's just lethal here. So yeah, if they had the single Dryad, we would be able to get them really good here. But unfortunately, they had double Dryad. So, which means we are just dead. So we'll go to the next game. Yeah, my hand, I was probably a mulligan. I mean, we were good though against, we weren't good against double Dryad. We were good against a single Dryad, so So we get to bring in the... Whoopsies, not that one. We get to bring in the hammer in this matchup, which is Blood Moon. Insanely good in this matchup. Ingress Rampage is probably fine. I mean, it snipes a Amulet of Vigor here. So what do we not like? Fatal Push is medium. Maybe we can cut like some lightning bolts potentially. Trim that. Trim on those. I want maybe one Fatal Push here. I like that. I trim like a Bowmat Courier because sometimes I have a lot of like derpy blockers. Actually, maybe bolts are better than the Bowmat. All the Bowmats potentially. These 5 cards I think are good. On the play we could cut a Kroxa for a Kolaghan's Command. But K Command's a little bit murpy. It's just like only hits. It's just the shatter effect for the Amulet. Yeah. Can try this out. We'll try this out. Maybe Crooks is just better. Crooks is actually pretty reasonable in this matchup. Do we keep double Blood Moon? Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, we'll keep it, because we do have Dismember here. So why don't I start off on Sunbay Canyon? That's going to lose us the most life in the long run. If they have turn 1 Grazer, then we can Dismember to turn on Shadows. Call Me Garden, that's interesting. So I'm not going to use the Dismember yet, but that is a potential thing, a Dismember target. Okay. Just pass. Our hand looks very suspicious because we're definitely not doing shadowy things here. Okay, you got that. Okay, Garen break tap, sure. Okay. Not exactly what we were looking for, but got a Blood Moon. And now we got to find a threat, which is definitely the worst part about my hand here. The question is, do they play Rex Sage or do they play Force of Vigor? Okay. It's like they probably play both. Don't think they have Force of Vigor. We probably would have heard from it there. But we need to draw a threat. Oh, are they playing Karn? Oh, very nice. Karn's a good way to get around Blood Moon. What they got for us from the Karn? A Worm Coil Engine. Okay, cool. We're probably going to lose this one because I kept a really bad hand here. We need to draw a good one, and we need to draw it fast. Oh, wow. Our draws have been really poor. Alright, fair enough. I get punished for my greed here. Yep. It's gonna be a yikes for me, dog. Yep. Guess at the very least is if we have some kind of answer to this Worm Coil, we get to clean it all up, so... Okay, I will take it. Alrighty. I guess I should have done that on my turn. There's really no reason not to. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 lands. So we need to draw a shadow. We need to draw it fast. Needs to be a shadow here. We lose the game. Oh no, not the Scourge. Oh my gosh, wow. Alright, well we got very punished. I mean, I guess we can dismember it and then bolt to finish it off. So that's the thing. I mean, we also did just draw like a billion lands here, so that's the thing as well. Alright, once again, I'm asking for your finest Death Shadow. Okay, I guess we get one more turn, right? We get to Fatal Push the Lifelink one? No, Fatal Push the Death Touch one. We need to draw Shadow. You got one big fat one life here. Oh my god. Alright, cool story deck, cool story. I think we're not going to make them discard to play around Alpsnit Baloth, so we're just going to go destroy artifact, deal 2. Alright, your finest Death Shadow, waiter. Your finest Death Shadow. Oh, this Scourge is cracking me up. Good old Blood Moon. There's a good chance that they're just waiting for, like... Well, again, we have double Blood Moon, so I guess... Forest. Let's take a peek. Oh my god, look at all this. Yeah, I mean, whatever, right? We just take a Dryad. Guess once they hit a forest, we're totally done for, right? Unless we hit another... Oh man, the Scourges are killing me. Okay. 3, 4, 5. No forest, please? Another Amulet. Okay, we can take that. Death Shadow. Ugh. Okay. We're almost through half the deck. Okay. That doesn't not gonna do anything, I don't think. Okay, what else do they have in store for us here? They have another Worm Coil. Walking Ballista, that'll do it. Okay, okay, okay. Ooh, that was a funny game. Good for them having the Karn, right? There's Dismember, there's another Scourge. I was just never meant to be, huh? Oh my god, where were they? Night's Whisper. We're at 22 cards into the deck. Nope, still not there. There's finally a threat to cast a Swift Spear. There it is. Only 15 cards left in the deck. That's fine. Alright, that was a little embarrassing. I just figured double Blood Moon against Amulet. We'll draw into a threat, but apparently not. Apparently not. Alright, our wonderful winning streak comes to a horrible close, but hey, 11-0 with the list is pretty sweet. Like that's definitely a run that I feel very thankful to have had. So Let's keep trucking. Sand looks awesome. Mulligan to 6. What do they draw? Windswept Heath. Ooh. And Forest. Okay, doesn't tell us a ton, but could be Heliod. Oh, Breeding Pool. Okay. Shocking it in. A Noble Hire. Whoa, okay. Interesting, interesting. See what we draw into here. Not the best draws. I think I want to just convert on this Fatal Push and then just play a Bomat Courier out. I think that's fine. And then we're going to fetch Shock to grow our Scourge in tandem with our opponent losing life. I like pushing Hierarch here just because it will help put tempo into our favor here, and then we land Scourge and a lot of damage here. And actually, if we just hit another land next turn, it's actually not the worst because we can just play Scourge and then pop Bomat. We don't mind pitching the lands from him. Okay, it is Infect. Alright, wow. So let's see. Okay. So I'm not afraid of dying next turn. So, famous last words. So let's do our best to put our opponent dead next turn, which this will do. If they have it, they have it. But it is pretty hard for Infect to kill you. And actually we know 2 cards in their hands, so... don't think they have a way to do it. Okay, play Glistener Elf, sure. I think I'm gonna pop Bomat Courier here. We don't want those lands. We want... that's pretty good. That's fine, I guess. What are we drawing into? In case if it's Kolagons. Oh wow, that's a really good draw. Say if it's a Kolagons command, we need to know to like hold up all our mana here. See if this provokes a reaction out of our opponent to like maybe cast something onto the Glistener Elf. I don't know. You know, it's Windswept Heath, 3 unknowns. Ooh, it's a Spell Pierce, so... oh, another Ink Moth Nexus, scale up Spell Pierce. So, let's think about it. If we take the scale up, nothing can kill us. So I think that's the take, because if we... well, if we take Spell Pierce, then we have Push Up. Yeah. Scale up makes them commit. Okay, let's take the Spell Pierce. Just guessing it's Glistener Elf in front of the Scourge. Yep. Since we know we're drawing into a Fatal Push, let's go ahead and play the Shadow. They might like fire up Ink Moth. Oh no, they can't do that. They can't fire up Ink Moth scale it up attack, and then, yeah. So, okay. Yeah, this grows both Shadow and Swiftbeard to just being lethal, so we don't even need this Fatal Push now. Yep. Cool. Alrighty. A bit of Infect. Don't see a lot of Infect anymore these days. Definitely want this Fatal Push. Kolagon's command's really good. Kozilek's return's pretty solid. Although it can be bad. Blood Moon is interesting. But I think I want to keep Luris as a companion. Interesting. Alright, we got 2 minutes. I'm going to ponder over that, and I'm going to run to the little boys' room real quick. Okay, so we could maybe start with what we cut. Maybe Night's Whisper. Croxa's probably just never happening here. We want everything else. We just like a single K return here. This looks actually fine. I don't think I like Ingress Rampage because this... Yeah, it doesn't get around Veil of Summer. It gets around Blossoming Defense. That's the thing that it gets around. It's Blossoming Defense, but it's like never going to grab a land, which that's usually their best threat against us. But I don't think I want to cut anything. Like everything else looks pretty solid. We could potentially cut Temur Battle Rages. This might be really wrong here to cut Battle Rages because like Battle Rages is really nice. It cuts a turn off our clock. Or it can, you know, blast through. But I think let's give this a shot. This might not. This might be a trap. This might be really bad. Like we Ingress Rampage, they just untap with the Inkmoth Nexus and then just kill us. Let's see. Okay. I think we got a mulligan this one because if we were on the play, I would keep this, but it's just 3 hand disruption. They can get underneath that. Plus, if they just go Forest Pass, then we just feel terrible about Veil of Summer. We're gonna mulligan this one. This hand is a little bit rough, but we're gonna keep. I could see this hand losing for sure. Bottom that. I think I'm supposed to go to 5. Okay, Noble. The noblest of hierarchs. That's a really good draw. Okay, so let's just land Swifty. We gotta get the clock going. Oh. Sorry about that, y'all. Computer just did a little... Oh. Alright, one sec. We're back. Hold on, let me just double check something. Alright. Believe we are good. Computer was a little upset with me there for a second. Obviously you could argue for bolting the hierarch here, but I think I just like getting the Swifty down. We do have to kill our opponent, unfortunately. Okay, if they don't have a land drop, this is really good for us. Okay, sweet. Okay, so they're strapped on lands. It's tempting just to kill both hierarchs here. But we could just stay safe, just Yeah, Bolt Glistener Elf thought sees the hand. Let's just do that. That's the safest play. We're gonna take. So how much damage is this to us? 6, 10, 11, 12. We're supposed to just take scale up here. We have Bolt for the other Blighted Agent. This is going to be a little bit weird here, but I'm wondering if we're not supposed to go like this. I wish we had a Death Shadow. And we're just going to hold up Bolt. Because we want them to go in on a thing. Oh, unless... +2, +2, +2, +2... Okay, so actually that wasn't the best play there, because I keep spacing out. Bolt's not Fatal Push. It's not just an auto kill it, right? Like, they can grow it out of the range. So, yeah, that was actually really bad of me there. That's okay. There's a chance they just go Blighted Agent, attack with Glistener Elf, pass. +2, +2. So if I go to bolt it, it's no good. Alright. Have we been gotten? Oh, they just have it, right? They can just go for it here. Yeah, I just punted this game away. Okay, good. I'm glad they didn't go for it. They declined to ground. They declined to cast the Blighted Agent. Okay. So I'm actually going to get tapped here. That's a good draw. I don't know if I can fetch or not. Snow-covered swamps. We don't want that. See what happens when we do this. Groundswell doesn't save it. I'm giving it a think. Okay. Four, 7. Don't know if I like that. We can try to give a bolt here. But if we don't draw another removal spell, this gets punished pretty hard here. Okay, they just Spell Pierce. I think that's fine with us. Let's see if the Blighted Agent gets a little scary. We do need to peel another removal spell for sure. Alright, I probably messed that up. I was supposed to save the bolt for the Blighted Agent there. What we got on top? We gonna get bailed out? Dismember. Okay, so... we're just gonna draw it now, I think. Because we want both Prowess Trigger and if they drew an answer to this, then honestly we kind of deserve it. I mean, I played absolutely horridly here. So if they got a way to defend this, then they got it. So whitelisted. jeez. We got so bailed out there. Oh my goodness. Opponent's probably they're probably fuming. They're like, this guy's just a punt factor. He doesn't deserve this win. Not that it's over here, but oh, okay, it might be over now. I guess they can attack with both of these, and then maybe if they have a bunch of pump spells, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna get them there. 4. Sure, we just block, right? Yeah, I like the play here. We have to block because we know they got Groundswell in hand. Alright, opponent. Very nice. I like it. Well, that's a good draw. In fact, we're just going to press our luck here again, but I just want to get assertive here. We can redraw off the Bomat Courier. Kind of just giving them... Yeah. I guess another pump spell will do it here, huh? This Hierarch. Okay. Good. It's a good sign for us. Huh. Interesting play. Okay. Sure. We'll just pass. Oh, why would they want to do that? It's just a wall off attacks here. Very interesting play from our opponent. I mean, I totally trust our opponent. I'm sure that they know what they're doing there. Okay, land. Guessing they're going to draw off the Waterlogged Grove. It's kind of a cool play. Actually, I think they're like playing around us, like hitting like a fatal push or something. A very unique play. I've never seen anyone do it before. I think it's sweet, actually. Okay, I'm just gonna go like that. Cool. So I'm guessing they have a, what's it called? Yeah, Dried Arbor, sure. See if they want to kill the Swift Spear, maybe? Okay. This is fine. This has been cool. I really, honestly, without irony, admire our opponent, like, because they're making some pretty sweet plays here. Yeah, we can fetch tapped here. Feels pretty free. Okay. Gonna do this now so we can attack with Bomat. I'm assuming they block with one of these and we just get to pop it. If they block, actually, I think we just let it go. Alright, I'm gonna pop it now. See if we hit Shadow or any removal spell. Okay. Inkmoth Nexus, sure. That's funny. Okay, our opponent could still win here. That's the crazy thing about Infect. So I think they're supposed to block with the Inkmoth Nexus in case they top deck Vines of the Vastwood. Yep. And unfortunately, we're just kind of telegraphing that we don't have it, because if we had it... Oh, that's summoning sick, so they can't... Yeah, they can't because it's summoning sick. Can't quite do that one, opponent. They just got the one draw. No. Alright, opponent. Do you top deck it? Brutal. Oh, no, wait, opponent, you're supposed to... Oh, okay. Alright. Oh, I just should have bolted their face. What am I doing? I'm sorry, y'all. This is just absolute garbage, terrible play today. I apologize for that. Oh my god. No excuses, just being ridiculous. Alright, y'all. If you're still here, thanks for hanging out. Hopefully we can have a laugh over the fact that, oh man, that whole game was a big pile of yikes from us, so. Alright. Bolt, I just pointed at the creature instead of them. Classic. Oy, oy, oy. Alright. Oh, I'm sorry, and they even said something even stupider. They're at 1 life, so how are they supposed to crack on that last turn? Yeah, they're not drawing in anything. Alright, we got super lucky. Alright, let's just try to shake that off, move on. Alright, we just got to get one more to feed the children. So let's see if we can do it. Ooh, man, I gotta get in it. Alright. That looks pretty solid to me. We got 2 fetch lands and a Thoughtseize for turn 2 Shadow. So I like it. Celestial Colonnade, oh boy, okay. So we can still just Inquisition, because we can still... do I need to have a turn 2 Shadow? I think I want one. Excuse me. So we get Snappy off the top. Because I could have bobbled myself and chosen which one to play, the Blood Crypt or the Marsh Flats, but it doesn't let me turn 2 Shadow. So I think we're going to go with the turn 2 Shadow. Oh boy, Esper again. Nice. Okay. So they got another Snappy coming off the top. Charm is actually the thing we care about the most, right? Yeah, because it just steals our Death Shadow. So I think we just take Charm here. More Hand Disruption deck, please. Ooh, Bomat Courier is pretty good against him. Guess not with all these Snappies, but... Ooh, that's good too. Well, I guess we still could have turned 2 Shadow off the Blood Crypt, couldn't we have? Yeah, it would just be a... Oh, no, we can't. No, we're going exactly to 12 here. Yep. Okay. So we start chewing through these snaps for sure, right? Maybe there was a chance. Well, yeah, I don't know. There was a chance maybe we were supposed to just take both snaps, but I think this is okay. Okay. Yep. Oh, I should have Bomecker. No, maybe I wait because they have Snappy. Yeah, they have Snappy. We should wait. I guess if the Esper Charm make us discard, that's okay though, right? I would assume they're gonna Esper Charm make themselves draw, right? Guess I could have held that for that reason. So we want to keep the Scourge, but okay. Well, just draws two. Don't mind just this like applying a ton of pressure though. Okay, opting on their main phase, it's a good sign for us. They put it on the bottom, probably looking for lands. Okay, there's a land. Actually think I'm gonna go ahead and just pre-combat this Scourge. Because if they snap block the Bowmat, I guess I was supposed to fetch Shock to grow this Death Shadow, but I guess I'm valuing, excuse me, I'm valuing the redraw here, because maybe we're playing, this game's going to go for a little longer. So we'll see here. Okay, I think I value drawing a card over, okay, it's just that, fair. Alright, we got some big boys on board. Tops, that's spooky. So we don't know what's in their hand at all. They just got Supreme Verdict, got Cryptic Command. Let's play that out. Let's go to combat. Settle the Wreckage. Another Snappy. Jump. Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna present. Okay, that's nice. Now we don't have to tap these. So another snap, sure. Okay, snap pat the other one. Fair enough. So I think actually I just want to Thoughtseed load Luris. We can Thoughtseize and then make a decision here. Okay. Alright. They got something they really want to protect in there, I guess. Maybe it's a Planeswalker? Would they exile? Force pitching Opt? Was that what it was? Oh no, Force pitching Force. Oh, it is just free then, right? Because, yeah, just Force is pretty dead in this matchup. Okay, let's see what we are drawing into. Because if it's a removal spell, I'll draw into it. Okay, it's Snow Covered Mountain. That's not very good. What's the best play here? Luris Bowmat, probably, right? If this gets countered, Well, if it gets countered, it gets countered, right? Is it just cryptic? Counter target spell, draw a card. Spooky. Okay. I was like, what if we had a removal spell on top? Well, they knew we weren't going to draw into it, right? Alright. We might be in some trouble here. But at the very least, we get to draw 2 here. But if they... Well, no, they can't fire up Colonnade because then they die to this. But if they have... What does it take to fire this up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they can't fire it up. Well, they could fire it up and then path this. That'd be... Alright, let's just double draw here. Ooh, not like that deck. Not like this. Okay, that's not what we're looking for. Woof. Oh, goodness. Those are really rough draws. Alright, well... You have the removal spell upon it? That is a big fat yikes for me, dog. That's game for sure. Oh man, we were just talking about Kai's Guile and how just absolutely savage this card is against us. I don't know. I mean, I guess there were other decisions I could have made there. Alright. This here be a Scourge. Probably just gonna concede to a counter spell here. Oh yeah. Alright, that's game. Ugh. Brutal. Wow, brutal. So, what do we want here? Oh man. Yo, why is Kai's Guile a card? That card's nuts. So let's see, what do we like here? Don't think we, well, I guess they have Planeswalkers. Blood Moon's interesting. I think we want to, well, then we lose Lurrus. We could put Lurrus in the main. What are we cutting though? Certainly cutting Fatal Pushes, Dismembers. Temur Battle Rage for sure. Alright. I think I like that, just for sake of what we're cutting here. We're going to give this a shot. I don't know if Blood Moon is a reliable plan against them, but it will certainly help us. They do play a lot of basics, but... this hand's awesome, so we're going to sneak this one. And this one we will probably bobble. Yeah, actually maybe probably bobbling ourselves a little better than the 1 extra damage. We could bobble ourselves, see what we were drawing into. It's probably more important than the 1 damage off the Swiss Spear here. A Blood Moon. Alright, we'll give it a shot. Oop, not that one. There's a chance we catch them with their pants down with this Blood Moon. We'll see. Okay. So I'm actually going to fetch basic here in case we draw another fetch land next turn. We'll have double swamp. They just have Fatal Push here. Yep. Makes sense. Alright, what's up, Nasty? How's it going, bud? So the one downside to this is that, so we want to take the Purge because it's an answer to the Blood Moon, but then the Eliminate is going to answer the Bomat Courier, and so then we will be out of threats. But hopefully Hey, that thing happened that I said was going to happen. I guess we should attack first. Get in another. Yep. Alright, we just got to draw a threat now. Okay. How about that one? So unbelievably lucky. Oh my goodness. So unbelievably lucky. Oh, okay, well, let me restart it for you. Gotcha. Alright, plan's coming together. Oh wow. And we can just go Swifty. Get the whole team out. And they're just going to concede to that. Okay, wow. Alright, the Blood Moon plan worked. Blood Moon plan worked, so we'll see. Don't know if it's going to work on the draw, so we'll see what happens here. That we're playing against? Yeah, we're playing against Esper Control. Yep. Cool. Sounds good, Nasti. Appreciate it, bud. Alright, well, that went off really well, but is that something that we're interested in trying out again? I don't know. We got pretty lucky. I mean, hitting that Luris off the top was insane. I mean, really what it is, though, is that's like, we just really don't want all these dead cards in, right? I mean, not that Fatal Push Dismember is not going to have targets, but just don't know if that's the axis we want to be fighting them on. Yeah, I guess the cheese worked. I mean, it's really hard for it to work on the draw. They know about it. They're going to be keeping hands and fetching around it, so... Oh boy. This hand's a lot worse, though. Notice that it's a lot worse because we don't have hand disruption to help force through the Blood Moon. We do have turn 1 Swifty, but then we don't really have ways to turn on these shadows. I think there's actually just a mulligan here. This hand's a lot more solid. I think we want the Night's Whisperer. We can just bottom the K command here. Hopefully we just put the Fear of Blood Moon in them here, and then just be fetching around it. Yep. So they're like pause, pause, pause. I mean, they for sure have a Fatal Push, right? It's like almost 100% they have a Fatal Push. But maybe they're wondering, like, maybe their hand's like awkward if they grab basic Swamp here or something is maybe what's going on. But almost 1,000% for them to have a Fatal Push here. Yep. Hopefully this just... Oh wow, they just... Oh, okay. Maybe us leading on Peat lands makes them think we're not going to be going for the Blood Moon again? I don't know. Okay, island, sure. Okay, delta, sure. Okay, interesting stuff. I think I'm just gonna vomit out our hand here. Just get the dorks rolling. Opponent, you gotta... No, it's all good, it's all good. It's just kind of funny to me. Lots of stopping and stuttering. Sure. Okay, not bad. Do this pre-combat for the prowess trigger. This draws out a counterspell of some kind. I think that's alright. Cool. We got a lot of threats. I just got mono threats. Sure. Okay. Just know about island in hand here. It's not a bad one. Let's play out a Swifty. See how they react to this. Counter draw, sure. In that case, I think we're going to land this Death Shadow. Okay, we know Island 3 unknowns. It's a really good draw. I think I'm going to go to combat first, though. See what they do. And then for sure just fetch Shock here. We could have tried to go for a lot more damage here, but obviously we're very suspicious for... Okay, wow. Let's go ahead and Kroxa them. Okay. There's a chance they don't have much going on. Wow. Island. So now just Swiss Spear plus Knight's Whisper is just lethal. We could have... Okay, well, they're looking for something. So obviously, like forever and always, what's it called? Gets us pretty good. Wrath of God? Alright, then we're definitely jamming here. Jamming on the Swifty into Knight's Whisper. Oh. Ooh. So, funny story here. If we go Swifty, Thoughtseize, and they have a removal spell, it just gets it, but... I think that's a little bit better, though. I could just Thoughtseize and then Swifty, but then we're not guaranteeing lethal. I'm gonna Thoughtseize. I know maybe this is bad, but... Wow. Okay. Look at this hand. So... I think we just take Snap, right? Oh no, wait, they can't snap. They can't snap something in because if they have to fetch. So just take Jace the Mind Sculptor. Ooh, I would have gotten there if we had Swifty, Night Swiss, or Swifty then Thoughtseize. Actually, we should have taken Snappy because... What am I talking about? Of course they can still fetch. They can just fetch and then Snappy it in. Yeah, ugh. The plays today have been rough. They've been pretty bad on my part, honestly, y'all. This is alright, though. This is alright. Because now, just any bolt, Kolaghan's Command, etc. just gets us there. But, yeah, plays have been bad. No doubt about it. Alright, we're about to not be able to cast any spells, though, which is funny. Yeah, I don't know what I've been thinking. I've just been not thinking is what... Yeah. And now we're just kind of clenching for Kaya's Guile. Okay. Ooh, Tefers is good. So, unfortunately, we can't Kroxa here. But we can grab Swamp, play Scourge. Oh man, that just means we're dead to Snappy. Oh man, I so could have won this game, and I just absolutely just horrendously punted it. Okay, what do we got upon it? We're dead to Snappy because they just flash and snap, eliminate, right? Or also just bounce with Teffers. Yep. So now we're gonna crack this Peat land end step. That's not what we need right now. Okay. Path to exile. Okay. It might just be we have to just rip the bolt here. Which I'm assuming they have something for. We'll just let this get path, which is not the worst. Because we need the lands when we're cracking Sunbay Canyon here. Oh no! Oh man, y'all, I just have just absolutely, oh, yikes. Oh man, I just played that so badly. Alright, good games, opponent, good games. Fun game, 1-1. Can't get any closer than that, right? Both at 1 life. Man, oh man, I just was just being such an idiot. Ugh. Alright, well. You can run hot, but you can't run hot through just really bad plays like I had, so. Yeah, that's frustrating. I want both, man, I want both of these back. I want them back so bad. I want to be able to play that Amulet game again and play that Esper game again, because I had all the tools to win, and I just completely flubbed it. Alrighty, let's see what we do at the very end here. Going match, here we go. We'd love to be on the play here. Reveal our Pokemon. Ooh, this hand. Wow, look how close this hand is to being really amazing. I think if this was even a fetch, I would probably keep this because we just Swifty Bobble. Oh, Computer's kind of giving us a hard time as well tonight. Here we go. Okay. But Bomat, Bobble, we have a redraw and a Thoughtseize. If we hit any land, this hand's really nuts, right? Yeah, just because it's like Thoughtseize, Swifty, Bolt, and a Scourge. And we have a guaranteed way to turn the Scourge on. A remand, eh? Okay. Island, okay. Interesting. Alright, never didn't have it. So I think I want to go Swifty into Thoughtseize here. That's just like one of the more efficient ways to use our mana, and if we hit another land next turn, we can Thoughtseize into Scourge. Okay, so we're up against like Timu Kiki Jiki hand maybe, or just blue-red moon or something. We just take the Snappy, right? It's just the best card in hand. Or wait, we can take Opt, and then next turn we can Thought Seize out the Snappy. So maybe actually we take Opt here. Yeah, that's not bad. And then we Thought Seize, they can remand it. We just Thought Seize again. Guessing they play Sulphur Falls. Yep. Nice draw. In fact, if they remand it, we just get an extra prowess trigger for the Swift Spear. Cool. Let's keep Lightning Bolt held up for, I don't know, some reason. A reason. Okay, they have a Bolt here. We can just take Snappy. And if they want to bolt our Bowmat Carrier, I think that's fine. Because then we get to play a Scourge of the Skyclaves. So we know their hand, it's all this plus an unknown. Bolters have to go. Cool. Not bad. I'll just take second Swift Spear. They just can concede to that. Fair enough. Alrighty. So, it's this kind of deck. I want Kroxa, Kolagon's Command. And maybe 2 Soul Guide Lanterns to help fight against the Yard. Otherwise, I don't want to mess with too much here. We can definitely cut Dismembers. Yeah, Dismember and pushes are just bad, right? We have bolts for the... You know, maybe they have some creatures. Maybe they play, what's it called? The 4-drop Crackling Drake. So, yeah. We'll keep, like, a single push. Well, maybe it's better to bring an Angrass Rampage for that, because if they are playing that 4-drop creature, then it's at sorcery speed, and also this can grab walkers, which would be surprised if they're not playing Jace the Mind Sculptor. You can just like cut a single Battle Rage. I think Battle Rage is still pretty good. Battle Rage is still pretty good against them because usually their removal isn't killing our creatures. But obviously they have things like Cryptic Command that can bounce a creature in response, stuff like that. So we can just turn on 1 Battle Rage. I think it's fine. Alrighty. I think honestly the thing that we're worried most about them is just for them just to cheese us out with like Bolt Snap Bolt, something like that. It's another fantastic hand. So we see one of the huge draws of playing this deck is that the reliability of just having a 1-drop haste creature into Scourge and with a lot of disruption attached to it. So. Steam Vent's tapped, sure. Right. Rampage is not bad. Definitely want to land the Swifty. We want to guarantee the damage here to help turn on our Scourge. And next turn we can always just untap and Inquisition Thoughtseize if we feel that it's right. They could maybe just bolt this on their turn, maybe. Yep, makes sense. Since this Scourge is not out of bolt range, we should just lead on Inquisition here. Soul Guide Lantern's kind of sweet. Okay, so we got Deceiver, Exarch, and Opt. So they do have the combo. Thankfully, we have a bolt. Well, we don't here. So why don't we just take Deceiver, Exarch, Kiki, Jiki, and then their hand's probably not doing a ton. Okay, fair enough. I mean, yeah. I think land drop's best hit here because then we can Scourge, and then if they have Bolt, we can Bolt them. Okay, I think... Yeah, we just gotta land the Scourge and Skyclaves, right? If we get to untap, then we're feeling pretty good. Because then we got this bolt to protect it. Because we can always point the bolt upstairs if they point a bolt here. Okay, that's interesting. Actually, let's move to combat first. Let's see what they got here. Sewer Exarch, okay. So I think what we want to do here is just Angrath's Rampage so we don't get cheesed. Cool. And then we can just kind of reset up next turn. Okay. Is this like Jason Mind Sculptor? Oh, just snap? Okay. Alright, they're going to draw two. Fair enough. Okay, once again, if we get to untap, we're feeling pretty good here. Ooh, that's good too. So definitely going to Thoughtseize pre here. Ooh, alright. Oh, they're just going to concede? Alright, fair enough. Alright, sorry opponent. I know that probably didn't feel great. But alright, well we got the 3-2. Can't complain for sure. But these two, I mean, I really think they're all on me. I think I was, in both the Amulet games, I kept pretty sketchy hands. And I think I just, you know, the lesson learned here, especially against that second game against Amulet, is like, yeah, you can have double Blood Moon against Amulet, but it doesn't mean anything if you don't have threats to back it up with. And we just never drew the threat here. And this game right here, I genuinely think that third game we were given all the tools we needed to win, and we kind of flubbed it. We took lines that were just unnecessarily cautious, and just, you know, I don't think we were playing at our best there. So obviously, playing poorly, still getting a 3-2 still feels really good. I think that says a lot about this deck and this list that we have here. Take a quick peek at it. Definitely think for league grinding, this deck is just really, really good. Probably going to change these Nile Spell Bombs going forward. But honestly, leaving this challenge, and I just want to play some Shadow, I'm probably going to look at this or Jund Shadow. I mean, we are 13-2 with this list, which is just insane. Like, that's so good for me, I think, because I obviously, as you guys can see, still have a lot to work on with a lot of my sequencing and the plays. So sweet deck. If you're still hanging out and watching, thank you so much. I so appreciate all the support and all the comments. It's really, really been wonderful and made this journey all the more better. Yeah, hope everyone has a good rest of their day, and I will see everyone tomorrow.